Hey there. Um, I don't really know how to start this off, but I'm just in a kind of bummed out today. Um, just with everything that's going on, it's kind of got me in a not so happy mood today. I don't know. I feel like I might have to like kind of step away from Twitter at least, cause like everything that's going on in like Minnesota is like all over my timeline, and it's a little overwhelming. And like I don't like I mean, I'm always on Twitter, but that's just like majority of my timeline. And like, I feel like if I start muting shit, I'll be the bad guy. Like, I feel like I'm like wrong if I do that. But it's just fucking depressing when I go on my timeline. I just see everything that's going on. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I'm not really here for like the looting part. I never understood like the rioting and the looting part when stuff like this happens that I never understand. Because I saw what happened with that Target. They tore that shit up. Like that Target is like tore up. Like they would have to like, oh yeah, because it's on fire, so they would have to like rebuild it if they do decide to rebuild it and stuff like that. Yes, I never understood like, tearing up businesses and stuff. That I never understood. Protesting, absolutely here for it. But it's just funny how like not too long ago people were protesting because people want to not have to wear a mask and stuff. But there were people who were like automatic rifles and stuff outside. Like I think it was in Minnesota if I'm not mistaken. Outside the fucking the state building or whatever, just with like automatic rifles because they don't want to wear a mask and shit when they go outside now. It's like, but 2020 has been like a shit show. It really has. And between this stuff, between this pandemic, I don't know. Like, I really don't fucking know. This shit is getting out of control. Like, today, I went out to Best Buy to get a camera because I want to get a camera so I don't have to really, live stream from my computer and just not just that, but just, for better quality for, the channel and stuff like that. So I'm in line. So I get there, it's a couple people ahead of me, wait in line, and then, excuse me, it was my turn. Um, and I'm talking to the guy, he's helping me out to pick out a camera. I would have bought it online, but buying a camera, you kind of have to, do some research and stuff like that. And there's so many options for cameras. You know what I'm saying? You want to get like a really good camera, but not have to spend like thousands of dollars on it. So I'm talking to the guy and he's helping me out. And then this older white guy kind of comes up behind me and he's kind of close. And so one of the people that worked at the store was like, oh, can you, back up and, give them, their space, which is me. But, you know what I'm saying? So he backs up. And I say maybe like a few more minutes later, he comes back again. And then he's like, is there another entrance into the store? And the guy I was helping me was like, you can't get into the store. He's like, no one can come into the store. And he was like, you can't get into the store? And he was like, no. And then he just got quiet. And then the guy was like, you seem puzzled. And he was like, no, I'm just wondering if there was anything else you needed. And then the guy just backs up again. And so, like, the guy, he goes on and he apologizes to me. And I'm just like, I'm saying? It's okay, stuff like that. Like, that annoyed the hell out of me because I'm like, they've been doing, like, Best Buy. If y'all don't know Best Buy, you can't go into the store. Like, you can, like, buy stuff. It's just you gotta do it at the door. You can pick up stuff. It's just at the door because you can't go in a building. And I think that's basically all Best Buys, whoever that's open and stuff like that. But yeah, like, I was like, dude, can you back up? Like, that's the thing that's just irritating me with everything that's going on. It's like people are so impatient. It's like people get all aggy when you know what I'm saying, you gotta wait like at long lines at fast food restaurants and stuff now. Um, sometimes you gotta wait outside to go to the grocery store and just things like that. I mean, I guess people have forgotten this is a whole global pandemic that we're in. So things aren't going to be 100% to your normal routine. That's just how it is. So you have to be patient. You have to wait. That's just unfortunately this is how it is. That's really just really how it is. Um so yeah, definitely felt a bit uncomfortable, and I felt like I guess maybe people thought I was taking too long or whatever, but I came there to make a purchase and to get help in making that purchase. Like, I waited in line. I didn't bitch. I didn't really wait long, but I waited in line, kept my distance. I wasn't bitching about it. So you should do the same. And it's just really like frustrating when I see people bitching and moaning about having to wear a mask outside. You think I want to wear these shits? Sometimes like when I'm at work, the only time I really like don't wear is when there's no one in my bed at work. You know what I'm saying? And but I have to, spray down. I have to have my van sprayed down before I get in. I have to have hand sanitizer. Well, I have hand sanitizer before anyway, but you know what I'm saying? I gotta wear a mask and stuff like that to protect myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm picking up people from doctor's offices, dialysis centers, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And they could have it. You know what I'm saying? So I have to protect myself. So, I want to go to the store. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to the store and, be able to get things that I normally can, but things are like limited. I want to go to the movies. I want to go to the mall. I want to go to the beach. I want to do the same things you do. But at the same time, I still want to live because people are still getting it. And people are still dying from this. But people aren't catching the hint. And I don't understand that. Like, you're not the only one that wants to do regular things. You're not. I just think it's incredibly selfish of you who had that mentality like, oh, it's saying it's a violation of my human rights. How? Wearing a mask, how is that violating your civil rights? Explain. It's to protect you, it's to protect others. So what would you rather do? Would you rather, hi Dante, what would you rather do? Go out all willy nilly, do what you want to do, or you do what you want to do and you catch this virus and you bring it back to your family and now all y'all sick and now someone could potentially die from it all because you're pitching a bitch that you have to wear a mask when you go outside. What do you fucking do? Like, they didn't just, they're not punishing people. It's not a punishment, it's to keep you safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to keep you safe. Like, there's people who have probably been in a hospital for God knows how long. And you know what I'm saying? There's the healthcare workers in these hospitals and facilities that are like overworked, tired, hungry, exhausted. They want to go back to their family. They want to, they're just constantly just working in this hospital. That's just all they do. But y'all not thinking about them. Y'all not thinking about the fact that these are families now have to bury loved ones or may not be able to, depends on where you are. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone can have a funeral. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who can't give their loved one, their final, their service the way that they would want to, because you can't have everybody there because of social distancing. Like, luckily for me, I was able to give my mother the service that she wanted. Just think what it would be for me if my mother had passed now and I couldn't give her the service that she wanted. You know what that would do to me? The fact that all her family and her friends and coworkers couldn't be there to say their last goodbyes because of this fucking pandemic. I just think that people have become really fucking selfish with all of this. They have. And it's becoming a little frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's more people on the roads now. So driving is just like before, when everything was going on, there was no one on the roads. I was able to get to where I needed to go much faster. I didn't care about gas because I don't pay for gas for my job. So that wasn't the issue. But I didn't have to worry about traffic and stuff like that. But now there's more car accidents. There's more traffic. I don't know where the hell y'all going because ain't shit open. I don't know why. I mean, I feel like there's no point in opening the beaches and stuff when you can't really do shit. It's kind of silly to me, but. And then everything that's going on in Minnesota. Like, I mean, everyone saw the video. I saw the video. That was absolutely unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. What they did to that man. But the fucked up thing about it is, like, this is not the first, and it's damn sure not going to be the last. It's not. Sadly, it's going to be another person that's going to die in a similar fashion or exactly the same way, who knows? But it's going to keep happening. And that's what's really fucked up about all of this. And I'm just seeing videos of just how, like, people protesting, and like I said, they tore up that Target. You know what I'm saying? Some apartment complex, I guess that was being built, burnt to the ground. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you have the whole all lives matter shit. I knew that was coming. Like, here's the thing when it pertains to that. When no one said that no one else matters, that's honestly, I feel like that's what the media spin it to be. That's not the point of Black Lives Matter. That's not the point. That's not the point. It's not. We're not saying that it's fuck y'all and it's all about us. That's not the point. That's not what that is. It's just saying that y'all don't give a fuck about us. Because if y'all did, all these people the past few years that have died in the hands of law enforcement wouldn't have happened if they cared. Just saying. That's really it. Like if y'all actually gave a fuck, all this none of this would have happened. It wouldn't have happened. You wouldn't have people, you know, like the woman in New York, where she's calling the cops on this black man, all because he told her to put a leash on her dog. She out here crying and caring, like, oh my god, he's gonna hurt me. He's like nowhere near this lady. And then her poor dog is about to fucking choke itself and shit. And you did all that for what? You lost your job and your dog. Congratulations. And then the lady that killed her poor child dumped him in the lake once. Luckily, people saw and got him out of there and did it again. And unfortunately, the child died. And, you know, try to say it was two black men that dumped my child in the lake when it's full video of you shoving your child into the lake, who was autistic, who couldn't have gotten himself out of there himself. Like this shit is just like, when does it end? Like, if like law enforcement stop killing folks for no reason, stop, fucking just doing what they're doing. And then it's fucked up because that's not every officer, but the ones that are quick to draw their gun the minute you see someone that's a minority behind the wheel, the ones that's, using excessive force, those people are making the cops that actually give a fuck about the community, they making y'all look bad. Because there was a time that I was racially profiled one time. I'm gonna tell the story. I say this was 2014, 15. One of those. It was a few years ago. I'm saying like 2014, 20. I had a car. No, I say 2013, 13, 14. One of those. It was some time ago. So y'all know I went to Westfield, which is predominantly a white town, and it was a place called Crumbs. I'm not sure if everyone had a Crumbs, but it was like it was a cupcake shop. So I went there to get some cupcakes for me, my mom, my brother, and I'm dressed down. Like, I got a hoodie on, I got some jeans on, sneakers, I got a bandana because my hair was looking all kinds of crazy, and whatever. So I'm dressed down. Go there, go to the store. I stopped at a Quick Check to grab some soda. I'm on my way home. Now, I am now in Scotch Plains and coming to Plainfield. So Scotch Plains is here, Plainfield's here. It's like literally like only thing separating us is a fucking street. So that's where I was. So I'm at the light. Turn the light. The light turns. I go by my business. I'm heading down to my house. I'm like 5 minutes from my house. I get pulled over. I'm like, I couldn't have done anything because the light had just turned. So I'm like, okay. So I pull over, and a cop comes to my window, and I guess he realized that I was a female. Now, I'm going to explain to y'all why he pulled me over. No, I'll get to that in a second. So he comes to my window, and I guess he expected a dude, I guess. But either way, he sees me. And then he's asking me, oh, license, registration, blah, blah, blah. And I give them to him. And he's asking me, what am I doing? Oh, he said, no, he asked me where I was coming from. I said, coming from Westfield, went to Crumbs. And I think I just said I was coming from Westfield. I'm going home. And then he goes, he automatically goes, do you have something that you shouldn't have? I said, I have soda and cupcakes. Literally like that. So then he goes back to his car. I'll call my mom. I said, y'all got pulled over, da da da. She said, okay. So he comes back, gives me a ticket for the fucking like parking sign that my mom had for her job. And then he gave me a ticket for that shit. Okay. So I go home and I tell my mom what happened. Now I'm just thinking it's just something dumb. But my mother, when she explained to me what happened, then I realized, oh shit, I was fucking profiled. So she basically told me, she was like, he's like, you know why he pulled you over? And I was like, well, why? And then she goes, you're coming into Plainfield, which Plainfield where I grew up, is, you can call it the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's the hood, whatever. It's an urban area, mostly blacks and Latinos. You know what I'm saying? Known for crimes because, like, it depends on what part of Plainfield you go to. Shit pops off or whatever. So she said, one, he probably thought you were a male by how you were dressed. Two, he saw you coming from from Westfield into Plainfield. He probably thinking you was coming into Plainfield to get drugs. So once he pulls you over, he knows you were a female and that you didn't have anything in the car, he had to give you a ticket for something. So that's what it was. And I was like, bro, like, honestly, I had never been profiled before. And I like that, when I thought about it, I'm like, that fucked me up. That did. Because this officer just assumed that I was coming into Plainfield to do something I wasn't supposed to. When all I did was just go into the previous town to get some fucking cupcakes and a soda and to go home. That was literally the fuck it. That was it. And like, this was around the time where, like, I was definitely driving a lot. Like, I was always like, I had a really fucked up sleeping pattern. So like, I would be up at 2 a.m. hungry. Don't know why I'd be hungry at 2 a.m. And I'd be driving to fucking McDonald's or whatever, whoever was open or whatever. Shit like that. I'm not sure if this time I was really, I don't say I was profiled, but I think it was definitely fucked up. So this is my time I got my first ticket. So yeah, this was a while ago. So it's one of them nights, it's about midnight. I'm hungry as hell. Take my mom's car and I drive over to Garwood, which is like the closest Taco Bell from my house. I'm driving, I'm in Scotch Plains, and I'm at the light, and it's like up ahead is like you're supposed to merge. So it's like a Navigator, Lincoln Navigator. No, is it Lincoln? Oh no, it was a Navigator to the left of me, and I'm on the right hand side. So the light turns, I'm driving, and so I get ahead of him, right? Next thing I know, he throws on his high beams, and I get scared because I'm like, and he's like close, like he was so close, the whole car was lit up. Like it was bright as fuck in my car. So I get scared and I hit the pedal. Like I guess I was speeding, yes, but I got scared as fuck because it's just only me and this dude on the road. So I floor it. Like I ain't going like crazy fast, but I'm definitely going more than the speed limit. And so the next thing I look behind me, dude slows down. And then I see a cop come behind me. So now I'm in Westfield. Of course, I'm in Westfield. I'm by the train station, which is like downtown Westfield. I pull over and I tell him, he's like, oh, you know how fast you're going? I was telling him, listen, this guy behind me was close, he was tailgating me, had his high beams on. I got scared. And that was it. And then he goes on like, you know, I could tell you. And then what's fucked up is that my mom didn't put the current insurance in the car. So this dude was telling me I can have your car towed. Mind you, it's Sunday. It's like a Sunday at midnight, and I'm in Westfield. It's nobody on the road. How the fuck was I supposed to get home? The trains ain't running. I can't call a cab because I didn't have no cash on me. And then like trying to get it. This was definitely before Uber. So like, how the fuck am I supposed to get home? I'm supposed to walk home. I live like that's a walk, bro. Like it's gonna take me a minute to get home. But yeah, like he definitely told me like I can have your car towed, blah blah blah. And so he gave me a ticket. I just went on with my business, and I'm just like, and then I think about it now. What the fuck was I supposed to do? And then I didn't have my fucking cell phone, so that's even worse. Which I never do. Like I never go out the door without my phone. Never go out the phone without my phone. So I'm like, okay. So like, if you were me, what would you do? Like I got fucking scared. Like it's just me and you. Like and then like where I was, he's talking about, oh, you could have pulled over. Well, where I was, technically, I couldn't because there's a fucking sign that says no standing, blah blah blah, whatever. Like legally, and to avoid getting a ticket, I couldn't pull over there. But like I said, what would you do if you were me? You're a woman, young woman by herself with no cell phone, and this some car does that to you. What the fuck would you? What would you do if you were me? So I just fucking ate it. I'm like, fuck, whatever. But I definitely felt the way about it. Absolutely. I'm like, what the fuck? Would you expect me to do? But whatever. But it's just I don't know what the fuck is going on with 2020. I'm gonna need 2020 to get itself together because 2020 is out here bugging the fuck out. People dying left and right. I don't know if people dying from the, you know what I'm saying, like celebrity wise. I can't tell if it's from COVID or fucking just regular, just anything else. People wilding out with this fucking pandemic. Now we got this shit going on. It's just like I don't know when things will get back to normal. Like I don't know. But I'm gonna need it to because I don't like people have completely or like losing it. Like like I said, I've seen people like I just saw a video. It was like a McDonald's and it was like maybe total of 4 cars. It was a car, then a car behind her was behind them was a black lady. Car behind her was a white lady, and a car behind it, I guess was a dude behind her. So of course she's impatient as fuck. She's in the drive-through and she wants her food. So she's honking the horn, da 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 da, and then she goes fucking like she's like pitching a bitch, and then the woman in front of her is like, "It's not me," whoop de whoop, and then next thing you know, she's like the fucking cashier or whatever at McDonald's is like they going at it like we're short staffed. What you want me to do? This and the third. She's like, I want my fucking burger. Da da da. And next thing you know, she calls her the N word. Like what entails for you to just whip the word out because you want a fucking burger? Mind you, she's talking about it's a long line. It's literally 4 at this point, 3 cars because the other person pulled off. 3 people. That's not a long fucking line. Like, people don't understand that these fast food restaurants, food chains like Red Lobster and Olive Garden, they're short staffed because these companies can't afford to keep a full staff because everything's going on with, and then not just that, but just like, you know, of course, social distancing. So you can't have like your normal amount of people there because, somebody can get sick, whatever. But Jesus Christ, like, I just hate how people have become so entitled, like, and just so impatient. Like, oh my God, you have to wait for it's a burger, ma. It's a fucking burger. You're at McDonald's. If you didn't want to wait, you should have just went on the motherfucking McDonald's app, ordered your food, and waited by the mother at the end of the driveway. That's what I do. Look, listen. That's what I do. If I'm somewhere, if like I said, especially if I'm at work and I need to grab something, and I don't have time, and I don't have time to really be in the line. I go on the. Let me just fucking let me explain to you. Let me just because I see people don't fucking get it. All you have to do is go on the fucking McDonald's app. If it comes up, you go on the McDonald's app. Probably can't see because my fucking phone. Start an order, right? You log in, you put your order in, and then when you're done, they tell you which fucking lane, like which fucking parking spot. You park there, you say I'm here, and they give you your food within like 5 minutes. It's not that hard. If you ain't trying to wait, I get it. You're trying to be in and out. But at the same time, these people are short staffed and these people are also on a short menu, like limited menu, so they're not gonna have everything. So if you want this certain thing, 9 out of 10, they're not gonna have it. You gotta deal with it. Pick something else. Cause I was on the phone with Alex like the other night, and him and his mom was getting Red Lobster, and what I'm saying, yeah, even both of them, they're running on limited menu. It's like, so like y'all gotta relax. Like, trust me, when you're like trying to get shit on the bro, you trying to get your shit and dip. But you can't. That's just how it is. It's just you can't. You just have to wait. The people ain't trying to wait. Like, have you seen fucking Chick-fil-A? Bitch, I'm playing about McDonald's. Bitch, go to fucking Chick-fil-A. I swear to God, there's a Chick-fil-A in like, what's it, Island, which is not too far from me. Like, the line to get to the drive-through stretches out to damn near the fucking light. Like, that's how many fucking people are at the damn drive-through for Chick-fil-A. So where now the parking lot is just designated for people for pickup orders. If you want your food that bad, then just go pick it up. Like, go order it on the app and pick up your food. If you're not trying to wait, like, they have that option now. Like, all these fast food joints, that's what they're doing now. They have the option to where you can get it curbside, where you can pick it up. Like, you don't have to wait in the long ass line at the fucking drive-thru. It's not that serious, people. You know what I'm saying? Like, people at the motherfucking grocery stores and shit, you know what I'm saying, out here wilding, like, bruh. This shit is fucking insane. Like, at least I think nowadays stuff is becoming more available, unlike when the shit first hit. Because I didn't honestly, like, when I moved in, I honestly didn't know like I was gonna be able to get fucking toilet paper and shit. Because I'm like, she was, you could find that hoe nowhere, not at all. Now you can, you know what I'm saying? But I think I went to like a Walgreens recently by my job, and they had like mask, gloves, hand sanitizer, stuff like that. At a fucking 7-Eleven, they got packs of gloves, you know what I'm saying? They got the little boxes of gloves and shit, little packs of masks and hand sanitizer. I bought some of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck, I may not necessarily need it like, right now, but you never know. You never know. So, but yeah, it's just, this shit is fucking insane. And like I said, this shit is like really fucking depressing when I go on my timeline and I see just how people have been behaving lately. You know what I'm saying? And then again, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, this pandemic is not stopping from folks to being, murdered by fucking cops. And then I saw the video of the cops outside of the dude's house. It had to have been at least like damn near what, 20, 30 of them outside of homie's crib. Now, another thing, I'm not really here for like putting his like home address and shit on blast. That I'm not really here for. Like, obviously he should be charged. He should be investigated. I mean, they said the FBI's investigating shit, but should he be charged and all that? Absolutely. But you know, going to homie's house and shit, I think that to me, it's a tad bit much. It's a tad bit much, but it's just like, but like I said before, like this is not the first, and it damn sure is not going to be the last, and that's what really sad about all of this. That's what's really fucking sad. Absolutely sad. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like I said, Twitter, I might have to. I don't know if I feel like I might have to mute people or not people, but just like mute shit or just like only go on Twitter when someone in my group chat says something. I don't know, cause like this shit just got me in like a really just like bummed out mood. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this live here, and I'm gonna make another one because I want to talk about happier stuff because I don't want this to. I don't want to have other stuff I want to talk about in this live. I want to keep this separate. So I'm gonna make a different live where I talk about more fun things if that's even possible. But yeah, so I will see you guys in a few minutes. Bye.